Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today I'm so excited to share this deck with you guys. It's deck that competes with Mythic Tier 1 decks while having Jin-Gitaxias, Cosmos Elixir, and Inventive Iteration, cards like this. And we actually went toe-to-toe with the top decks in the meta, and it seems that the Boros has actually quite a bit of trouble playing with this one. And Boros is Boros. It's so widespread, so strong, and if you have good matchup against Boros, you are definitely a happy person as a control player. So let's talk about the deck. It's not only the deck that you will love, not only the deck that is actually strong, it's also the deck that I know you guys wanted. I remember the comment saying, Sloth, Jin-Gitaxias can copy the Cosmos Elixir. And yeah, I wasn't convinced back there, but you will see in one of the games, and let me tell you, the games that you will see today were all freaking epic. Each one of them was amazing, and I had the best games of my life with Jin-Gitaxias today with this deck. So if you like this kind of decks, if you like, Jin-Gitaxias copying stuff and overwhelming and hard-carrying games, definitely watch this video because I really enjoyed those games and they were amazing. So, marketing aside, which is actually true because I really didn't know you can have so much value thanks to Jin-Gitaxias. Like, the card is pretty dope. I'm playing with this one more and more lately. Let's talk about the deck, what exactly it does. It's a Dimir Control with a bit of a flavor toward like artifacts and slower stuff. Big part of the deck is healing, and this is something that Dimir does not naturally have like too much. Like they have Meathook Massacre and March, which help quite a lot, but we added to this mix Celestus and the Cosmos Elixir, and both of those cards really change the gameplay. Like Cosmos Elixir, well, it has its drawbacks, I have to say, it really helped throughout these games. Like today games were heavily carried by this card, and it's not a draw engine, it's basically a healing engine that can sometimes draw you some cards when you are ahead or you are against control deck. But in reality, what it really does is you play this, and for the rest of the game you are so tanky, so hard to kill. And what is the side effect of this card that might be easily missed, but it's actually the biggest advantage of this card? Enemy needs to play way more aggressive than normally to kill you. This means he changes his gameplay completely, because if he has like 3-4 damage a turn, normally he doesn't need to commit more, and your sweepers are crappy because you cannot sweep too many creatures because enemy is smart and not playing a lot of them. With Cosmos Elixir, you don't care about 3 damage a turn, you can actually tank it indefinitely, and enemy knows it. And then they are forced to play this 1-2 additional creatures, and then your sweepers are a big thing. And this actually gives you card advantage in a way. Also, of course, you can have situations when you are playing against control that doesn't pressure you, and then you will draw a lot of cards. But probably this is the different matchup, and sometimes they have ways to answer Cosmos Elixir. So I usually see it mostly as a anti-aggro card right now, and it really changes the whole game. Like even one Cosmos Elixir during the whole game is just such a different experience. You will see it in the games, like you can already feel from watching how different of a normal game it is, because you are not so pressured to do stuff, and the more time you have as a control, the better plays you can make. So it basically enhances the rest of your deck in a way. Alright, Cosmos Elixir, we talked a lot. Of course, I really like the Alchemy version of this card, but it seems that even this version is actually quite decent, and I liked it. So, Inventive Iteration, for those who don't know, it basically bounces stuff, then draws you a card or gets back the Cosmos Elixir or Celestus, and then you get a creature that is actually really good. This is a 3/3 that can change how the enemy plays, because you can decide which cost of the spells he cannot cast if you cast them yourself. So if you cast a 3 mana spell, then the enemy cannot cast a 3 mana spell during his whole turn. And it goes from your turn until your next turn. that spell until your next turn. So you can main phase something and the enemy cannot cast. Like, this is actually a really strong creature. The only problem is that you have not very optimal bounce spell at the start. So you need to find a sweet spot to bounce something that is probably 3-4 mana or more to get back, or just bounce the Fable token that is annoying if you started, so we can play a 4-drop against enemy 3-drop. Alright, a lot of stuff. What we have more? We have standard, so Bloodchief first, you really need them to get stabilized on the board. Infernal Grasps don't hurt as much because we have Cosmos Elixir, Celestus and all this life healing. We have some counter spells, so this is a bit of a control deck, especially Test of Talent. Like, this card, even as a one-off, completely changes how the game plays, and you can just counter this one key card. Like, if you are, let's say, playing Mirror, and you counter Invoke Despair for the enemy, like, you are so ahead. You are so ahead. So I feel in this card, in this deck, it makes sense because you can cycle it with Celestus, so that's why we have a bit more situational cards. Because at the worst case, you can just cycle them with Celestus in a slower game. So basically, you want sweepers, and if you don't need sweepers, it means that you are playing against control. And it means that you have time to cycle with Celestus, because control decks don't kill you quickly. So basically, it's not a dead card ever. Alright, and we have some cardo with Memory Deluge, but our big cardo is Invoke Despair. This is our main cardo. This is our main thing how we close the games. This is our big engine that we are the value deck. This is the card that does it. Of course, because it's pretty insane. And you can copy it with the Jin-Gitaxias into, you will see it one of the videos. Or in the games, because this is everything a video. Alright, so if you can double this with Jin-Gitaxias, like, the value that you are getting is, needless to say, insane. And you will see, I believe, against Rakdos, Anvils, how freaking much it can stabilize the board for you in really extreme cases. So without big spoilers, definitely check out this game. It was epic. It was really epic. So that is the deck. I really like it. I think it's insanely fun. I didn't think that Jin-Gitaxias, Cosmos Elixir and Iteration can be so competitive in Mythic. Like, about the results, we went 50-50. Like, we won 3, we lost 3. We actually compete with tier 1 decks with this, because I've been playing only tier 1 decks against this one. It was like 2 or 3 Boros, like some aggressive deck. I think we lost again. Oh, okay, I won't spoil it, but generally all of the games were against like tier 1 decks, I believe. And we went 50-50, so that tells a lot. And it was in Mythic, so if you are like Platinum, you probably can get much better results than this. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I really did, and I think this deck is just a blast all around. So definitely check it out if you like Dimir. I think you will be really happy with this one. And if you like the channel, if you like this kind of decks that are so fun and so Dimir and so control, definitely subscribe for the channel. We will have more of them, definitely, and we will keep going. So if you like decks, if you like Magic, definitely subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps you a bit, and it helps me, Emma, a lot. So with that being said, let's go into the games and tell me what you think. Of course, second, because reasons. Thank you, Magic. And our dragon is sleeping, exactly how I feel when I see the red land as the first one. We start with this one, of course. Remember, pathways are always a choice. This is never a choice. So unless, the only reason to not play this if you want to bluff a 1 mana play at instant speed. Other than this, oh, you love this. Oh, I love this card so much. You are so perfect. I will actually go with black. Despair, Meathook, Shadow Verdict. Easy choice. You don't want to get Opnic Slit after taking 3 damage from the attack. This is the worst. You don't want to let it happen. Even with Shadow Verdicts, it's just too bad. Okay, this sucks a bit. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we will Meathook this. Enemy has only 4 cards, we have another sweeper, and the fact that we can... yeah, definitely. Field of Ruin? Yeah, sure. why I'm doing it. Enemy has no other artifacts. It means he needs to have artifact in one of the 4 cards or sacrifice the anvil. So while it's not guaranteed to work, you have a fair shot at locking his anvil, potentially. And if not, he might be forced to make a play that he didn't want to make just to get the artifact. See? No triggers, no artifact in the field. That's pretty sweet. However, this hurts. This really hurts. And unfortunately we have to go for Celestus, I think. Because it enables both Shadow Verdict and Invoke Despair. So we get rid of Kiki-Jiki and the Shaman. It's not great. Man, like having Cosmos Elixir is so interesting. This is really big choice. Like if we hit land next turn, but if we played this, we cannot really cast Invoke Despair anyway. You know what? I convinced myself, and I'm sure that you guys prefer Elixir anyway, right? And honestly, like two healing a turn is pretty sweet. What is like hidden advantage of this card? This means that, for example, Shaman or Anvil don't pressure us at all because we out-heal them, or at least negate full damage. This means that the enemy sees the equation and knows I need to commit more. And this helps the Shadow Verdict indirectly. That's something that's easy to miss, but like right now we can just play forever. Enemy needs to play more into the board or he just falls behind. Of course you can have infinite Fable. Alright, that's a problem, because at this point enemy has like infinite mana and I do not want to Shadow Verdict this board. Even if I could. Healing is sweet though. I think this is the Celestus turn, because then we can cast Jwari. And honestly, well, is Jwari good? Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, I changed my mind. A man can change his mind. Alright, anyway. Enemy board will explode next turn, and that's good. Because next turn I'm pretty sure we Shadow Verdict. So we get rid of the first Kiki-Jiki, we get rid of this treasure that will become a creature, and the board is clear. And then we have open Invoke Despair next turn. Okay, that's unfortunate, because that's the best way he can sacrifice this treasure and he gets another one for the after sweep thing. Okay, that's quite a lot. Not gonna lie, enemy has still 3 cards after playing all of this. Well, the treasures are something I extremely do not like. Like, it's a bit too much. Like, normally, look, he would have 4 mana for his full turn, but suddenly he has 7. Okay. That's actually pretty good for us, but he wants... Like, if he sacrificed the blood to get rid of this treasure, that would be so perfect for us. Okay, this is a decent draw. Man, Cosmos Elixir will do so much work this game. If we cast this, what happens? Good things will happen. It will be so hard. And we don't get the life, because Shadow Verdict is non-combo with Meathook Massacre, but it's still worth it in the meta. We need to sweep right, it's too much damage. Okay? You forced my hand, my friend. And we cannot use Field of Ruin on top of it. Yep. Good call. I never really did math on Meathook versus Anvil. I think the only difference is that he gains 1 life. Which, to be honest, won't matter, but there's no reason to not use it. I guess Bloodchief first is okay. I would love him to level up the Warlock class. Oh, anvils are such a pain. But you can see the difference between the Cosmos Elixir in like this version and the Alchemy version. I've been playing with this card in Alchemy and it's really good and it's really fun. Because in reality you never get a card draw from this card. Unless you are playing control decks. But against this kind of decks, it's just a life gain every turn, but not really any card advantage during the full game. It's still very good though. That's irritating as hell. No. And no. I'm not getting bullied, Obnixlis. But yeah, we need to hunt for our next Shadow Verdict. Unfortunately. It's Invoke Despair, right? We basically get the full value. Oh man, I need one more black. Can we get it? Okay, let's actually use our brain for once playing this game. Yeah, I think we need to Field of Ruin, but we won't have enough, right? It will be 4. We need to tap those 3. This will be Swamp, so 2, 3, 4, 5. We can Invoke Despair, but we cannot Bloodchief first together with the Invoke Despair, which really sucks. He has full like choice. He can sacrifice this as a creature, this as enchantment, and this as a Planewalker, then he's left with Warrior class and the Planewalker. Still bad. Or he can just sacrifice this and he leaves with Kikijiki, which is awful for us. That's so bad. I think we just need to get rid of the Kikijiki, right? It's the big pain of the deck. But we still cannot double cast. I want my Memory Deluge so much. We played the land even. I guess we might just go for the Survivor. Enemy won't activate it. So let's tap it right now. That was a... yeah, that was okay tap. Okay. Auto tapper, I'm sorry. I wanted to blame you for my game, but it didn't work out. Okay, okay. That's something. Those are definitely choices. I want Jin-Gitaxias pretty much. Enemy doesn't have great ways to kill it, probably. Invoke Despair we have one, so maybe March is better. I'm really not sure about this choice. However, we could actually just kill the Kikijiki. We could, but is it a good idea? Let's try to prepare for Invoke Despair. Yeah, enemy will sacrifice it, but he doesn't have artifacts anymore. So he needs something else. Like worst case, we still have the March. We can exile Invoke Despair, but that's probably not what you want. Probably not really what you want. Alright. I deny. You won't get my hand, bro. Elixir definitely gave us some cards in the form of refusing Obnixlis. So in this particular matchup, life equals cards, I guess. Sure. That's unfortunate. It activates the anvils, but I guess this deck never whiffs with any part of the combo. Those two fables are what won him the game, because we couldn't keep up with the shamans. This is the only reason he exploded so much, because of those treasures. Bleed dry, okay, okay. I see, I see. Yeah, we need to hit stuff. Oh, that will be so hard. Do we kill it? It seems pretty awful, isn't it? We have exactly 7 mana, so after casting Jin-Gitaxias we won't have mana to do anything else. You know what? Sure. Like, we heal a bit. Enemy doesn't get triggers, he doesn't get artifact for the next turn. Like, we are doing something. And we heal from the Meathook, we heal from the Elixir. Like, it gives us time. And with Jin-Gitaxias and Invoke Despair, I think we need to go for hopefully this combo, and hope it's enough to survive a bit. And the anvils don't really hurt us, thanks to Meathook Massacre. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Jin-Gitaxias, do your freaking thing, because, oh man, we need you. We need you so much. Tyrant. Is Tyrant enough to get us back into the game? Like, we can copy Cosmos Elixir, but honestly we probably will copy this one. Alright, so usually you want to refuse the first one, So if they want to pressure you for the card, they need to waste the second activation and not make a devil or something like this. Can we draw into Elixir? Not really. I know you guys want it, but I honestly don't think we have time to do it. We are so behind. Look at this board. Like, we have Jin-Gitaxias versus the world. Like, we have stuff to do. Our best shot is Invoke Despair into very good instance that we can cast on the enemy turn. Okay, that's Infernal Grasp. Are you freaking serious? He had the perfect answers here? What the hell was this? Oh yeah, it counters artifacts as well. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I'm a bit slow, but I'm getting there. Oh man, so much stuff. What a disrespect. The disrespect. Instead of just sacrificing it, he thought, hey, maybe he's so bad that he will actually let it through. Thank you, Shady. Thank you, Shady, for this strong belief. Oh, jokes aside, that was the correct play. No reason to not do it. Alright, can you please stop? But you can see that he slowed down a bit after the shamans are dead. The treasures was the big problem. Can I... okay. Let's check the tapper. I do not believe him one bit. No, we actually need to tap like this. That sucks. Alright. Jin-Gitaxias, please do your magic, because we really need... What the freaking hell? Did you ever know about this interaction? It actually uses the style from Jin-Gitaxias to check the card that gets duplicated. And given this is like you know, Kamigawa skins, it uses Kamigawa Invoke Despair. Man, I never knew about it. Tell me in the comments if you knew about it, because this is the first time in my life that I've seen this interaction. Oh man, I can't believe this is actually how it works. Honestly, I prefer this one so much more. Like, the blue Invoke is amazing, but the other one... Man, maybe Cosmos Elixir actually carried this game. And still, there's a whole new Invoke Despair. Finally, Op Nixilis is out. The freaking nightmare of a creature. It sucks that we cannot play this. Do we go for this? We probably should, right? Memory Deluge is 7 mana. That's a real desperation play. We do not attack. It doesn't have any difference. Man, like Cosmos Elixir. I need to say sorry to you, my friend. You are carrying this game. You would be so dead if not playing Elixir on that turn. However, 3 anvils, definitely, you know, a factor in the game. And he needs what? I don't want to highlight it. Okay, he cannot activate this one. The disrespect. Man, you are horrible. This is actually a difference. Because Voltage Surge, as you might know, deals exactly 4 damage. So if we trade, we are at 4. So if he has double Voltage Surge, he can kill Jin-Gitaxias, which means that we lose the game. Thank you. That's actually so important. I even double-clicked it. This is pretty weird. Oh man, like Test of Talent is good for some cards. Mainly Deadly Dispute. It's too greedy. And it doesn't really get doubled. Wow. Thank you for this following card. Thank you, game. Thanks to Cosmos Elixir, the great hero of this game. We aren't so pressured. Hive. Like, I do like lands. This is also a creature run, so it might be beneficial. And we still have double removal. And Cosmos Elixir getting us all the way back to 20. Man, I might start playing Cosmos Elixirs. I'm starting to be a fan of this card. Alright. Let me tell you, double Memory Deluge is pretty guaranteed to hit something important. Yep, And enemy cannot pressure us enough. That's his problem, because Cosmos Elixir just carries us hard. Like, what, he deals 2 damage and Meathook neutralizes all the anvil damage? So basically, in this state of the board, except Harvester, he doesn't deal damage. Can you freaking believe it? And now, thanks to this, we have free turn, basically. Enjoy your 2 damage, we are back to 12. This is a bit of a problem, but not a big one. We are at the end step, right? I'm not risking clicking it again, in case something goes wrong. And let's get 4 cards out of 14. Can you freaking believe we can actually win this game? And I'm pretty sure we are ahead right now. Okay, the first one is a bit of a whiff. Fan favorite Cosmos Elixir. I do it for you guys. Alright, we have 1 Field of Ruin, so we don't need another one. It's probably Infernal Grasp or... no, Bloodchief first, because all of the targets are cheap. And we... what? Where's my second Memory Deluge? Okay, it seems like I'm a dummy. You may cast this card for your graveyard. I'm casting a spell. Then exile it. Whenever you cast an instant spell, copy that spell. I want my flashback copy. You may choose new targets for this copy. Okay. Someone in the comments that's smarter than me can tell me what happened, because I have no idea. I honestly do not. Oh, cool. So let's copy this one, because I believe triple Cosmos Elixir is something that actually might help in the game about life total. Evil laugh, yes, it's all coming together. Man, if we could use Hagra Mauling maybe for 2 copies on his turn. Nah, it's this. This is just better. And we still have mana for Field of Ruin. We need to beware of the den. Let's heal a bit. All the way back to 18. And it was double spell, so this is a card. Let's see the surprise card. I could start attacking with Jin-Gitaxias, but I'm too much of a coward to do it. And I honestly think that as long as Jin-Gitaxias lives, we should win this game. 18? Can you freaking believe we are at 18 after all of this? It is insane. Jwari is not the worst, because it gets doubled, so basically he can cast a 4-drop on me. Aww, that's a counter spell. And also the counter is separate from the doubling. So it means that whatever he casts now is still getting double Jwari'd. Oh, I can feel the scoop incoming. I feel that he's giving up slowly. Sure, just a meager 4 damage. Man, Anvil cannot fit through the Cosmos Elixirs. That, are you serious? Like, I feel that I'm beating like tier 1 deck with a junk with Cosmos Elixirs. Honestly, they seem amazing in this matchup. Like, this is just pure... We are at 19! Can you believe it? We are actually at 19 right now. We started with 20. This is just insane. What are we doing? Why Jin-Gitaxias has this thing? I do not understand, and I don't know why we didn't block. I messed something up, but I'm so ahead that it doesn't matter, and that's fine. Alright, my turn. Okay, for this reason we get rid of the den, because I'm really fed up with this threat of the den. We need to get it through, because then we can tap out more. Okay, not great. But it's at the worst case deadly dispute, right? We have a lot of black mana, let's go for blue. Like, we have enough for stuff, you know? Okay, that's not great. This is not great. I think we might even force Celestus to do the thingy. Yeah, I think this is okay. We might be able to double spell. Like, this is basically a card draw. Oh yes, I wish. That's pretty crap. Alright, this is definitely not the best draw of my life. We cannot double spell. How does it work? You need to cast. And this gets doubled, but it's cast one spell only. I believe. Alright, this one was really bad. This one was actually bad. If he will have 7 mana, he probably levels up the Warlock class. Pressuring him has no sense, like we cannot kill him. We need more cards. We'll get to 21. I think Jwari is the way to go. Like, I mean double Jwari. Like, with Cosmos Elixirs we do have a lot of time. Like, we can actually tank all of this. Yeah, this will be a bit of a pain. I should not have highlighted it. That gives some information away. That I'm fearing it, maybe. Sure. So, this will be a very big problem. We need removal in 2 next turns. Let's give him the attack. One creature will die, so the Warlock class will trigger. And he doesn't seem to do much anything else. But we wait. Before we go for the removal, like, there is no sense. Yeah, there is no sense in removing right now because he will do it for us. Well, I guess now we can. So let's do it now. Shaman is something we do not want him to. We do not want to give him. And what's up with my blocks? I definitely do not seem to... Oh, yeah, man, what the hell am I doing? The game is just so long. I didn't realize I'm blocking those creatures and he just sacrifices them, so this is the block animation probably. Man, the Sloth, a mythic player. A real mythic player. Alright, but we need to start doing cards that do matter, because we get double value from every hour draw. This is not what exactly I want. However, there is a chance for double draw this turn, and that's pretty sweet. And don't forget, this life really helps with Cosmos Elixirs. We definitely... Yes, this was the card. Oh. The correct choice is to discard Jin-Gitaxias, but I'm so scared that we will lose our... Enemy can cycle a lot of cards. Okay. And let's get as much mana as we can. With Memory Deluge we want infinite mana basically. And we have perfect mana for Memory Deluge. This is his big turn. He needs to basically like kill us. And we start drawing cards. Sorry guys, I was not right. You can actually draw a card with Cosmos Elixir. Yes! Yes! The junk achieved. Like, seriously, it doesn't seem like a junk at all. Like, we are actually winning against tier 1 deck. Yes, I will draw. We are at 22. After all this pressure, we are at 22 life. This is actually ridiculous. I'm pretty sure Shady have never seen anything like this so far in his life. And so did I. And the fact that we can Memory Deluge at the end step is just insane. This is Tapland. It costs him about 7 extra damage that he won't be able to do. We are blocking, of course. With Negate we can be very calm about this block. Enemy has no way in doing it. Man, this has been the most epic game of Jin-Gitaxias I have ever had in my life. This is just amazing. Okay, I remember in the comments someone mentioning Cosmos Elixir. I said it's not as great, but honestly in this game it's definitely great. So props to you, person commenting my videos. Right? Dragon agrees with you. Triple Cosmos Elixir is the way to win the meta, I guess. Yep, a creature died. And this is end step, so we are doubling, hopefully doubling Memory Deluges. Can I? Yeah, this one will double because it's normal spell. Maybe it works different with... oh yes, so much. Can you feel this value? I want all of those cards. I don't understand. I think it should take next 4 cards from your library. It was doubled. I don't understand. I honestly don't, and I don't have to because I'm a winning player. Because I'm playing my stuff, I'm getting value, and I'm happy about it. And we are back at 20 anyway. Sure, do your thing. So I guess life will matter. He's at 32, but we will work on this very quickly. And we will heal so much that we'll draw so many cards from our deck. Nice. Memory Deluge. I have questions for you. Alright. Can you feel the power of... Oh yes, this is the sound of winning game. And this is how we win. Oh yes. Yes. 22. 3 cards. Easy. And let's start to be aggressive with our Jin-Gitaxias, the actual Tyrant that carried this game so hard. I will leave the Hive for no real reason except Negate. Well, we could switch, right? Do we want additional card? Yeah, sure, why wouldn't we? Well, yeah, we have Invoke Despair. So we still have Negate mana, right? Yeah, we do. Nice. Celestus is just such a big start of this deck. Really nice. I do enjoy having a very strong removal that heals me. Let's draw 3 cards. We need to kill enemy quite quickly because we overdraw very quickly after this turn. So we probably need to be a bit more careful right now and start being extremely aggressive. We actually want enemy to get us below 20 HP, I guess. So right now enemy will be on full defense mode, I feel. 5. Like, we probably don't want to lose him, right? He's pretty good creature. Let's counter. Oh, sound after first game. Amazing. Thank you, Wizard client. Yes, Jin-Gitaxias, the ultimate hard carrying of the game. I cannot believe how hard it was carried with Cosmos Elixirs and Jin-Gitaxias. It's insane. And I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed it because I think that was the best game of Jin-Gitaxias in my life. And don't forget to subscribe if you like kind of games like this. Oh my god, we are going first with actually decent hand. I cannot believe this game. Magic, you broke. Alright, so... Cosmos Elixir is a big one here. We definitely start with the Marsh. And let's hope we need some meat in the deck, right? We need something like counter spell, something like this to slow a game a bit, because we are always against this freaking aggro. Like guys, can't you even play a deck that doesn't consist of small 1 mana and 2 mana creatures? Now it's adversary, right? Or Talia. Of course, why wouldn't they have it? Man, like, I'm playing this game every single game in a row is just the same matchup with the same cards on the same turns. Like basically at this point I can program a bot that will play cards to remove creatures. Yeah, I'm just ranting. I'm just irritating as hell. So now they will go with Cavalier, and then we will answer with Infernal Grasp. Then we will go Cosmos Elixir, and then we will pray for Meathook to win the game or we lose. And we need runs or we lose. Man, I wish that... See? It's just so freaking predictable. Every single game the same stuff. On same terms. Like, radio. Where's the fun and magic? Where's your fun? Like, if we are going with the run, I'm always a bit astonished, like, guys, we aren't getting paid for winning those games. At least have fun. Like, I don't get what's the appeal here. Okay, now this is actually a very important decision. And I mean, like, no joke important. This will win or lose us the game, what we do right now. Because this is really tempting, but it really doesn't contribute much to the board and we get through that next turn. If this is Raiju, counter goes here, then it goes to 3-4 and this is 3-3. We cannot Meathook this board. We cannot despair this board. and healing doesn't change anything because we are getting hit by 8 and we basically time walked ourselves. And for this reason, this is the optimal choice. Because if they play Raiju, we just march. And then we might hit Invoke Despair. And after we clear the... See? Every freaking time, like a freaking clock. Same cards, same turns. Oh my god, I'm so happy about playing Magic right now. And if we played Elixir, we would lose the game. So this is one of the reasons the card is not as played. Let's be honest. I'm really not sure. Do we go for the Elixir? Or we go for Meathook and clear the board? Initiate will be very big at some point. We don't care about non-creature spells, they don't matter. Alright, I'm really on the fence on this one. Let's try this one. Because the board is slow enough that I hope we have enough time to draw lands and Meathook Massacre, or at least get Invoke Despair going. But it really depends on his draw. Yeah, we don't care. It's just 1 damage. It will be problem later, but by this time we just Meathook it. Oh my god. I think we did it. I think that was the perfect play from our side against the same freaking deck always. Perfect. We won. Easy. Enjoy your 1 damage, Mr. I play the same deck. Oh my god, it's the most rant I have done online so far on Boros. But I'm pretty sure you can understand my feelings toward this amazingly diversified deck that everyone plays for some reason. Like, I get that a lot of people play it to get Mythic. Like, honestly, it's probably the optimal choice if you are short on time. Like, I do stuff like this as well, because I just don't have time, and I do the Mythic mostly for YouTube, so I just need to get it done because it slows the recording of the videos. So, you know, the faster I'm done with it, the faster I can start recording and actually interesting decks for you guys. But, like, after Mythic, what's the point? Alright, so next turn we go for Invoke Despair. So we really don't... Oh man, but... Maybe he whiffs. Famous last words. Maybe he whiffs. Negate is actually okay here. You know, it's not extremely important, but it does something. And I'm using Invoke this turn, because if he doesn't hit a creature, there is a 1% he might hit a land and whiff. I meant exactly 1%, because they never do. I don't know how. Their top deck is just always Raiju, Cavalier, and some great creature. We need to do it like this. There's no reason to do anything else. They cannot activate the Den. This would actually be pretty good for them if they could. Unfortunately, they did the good thing. Wow, no lands, okay. But definitely we are getting really big card advantage. Unfortunately, it's extremely expensive one that we cannot just afford, so we don't really get value from it. Alright. Infernal Grasp should be against Den, I feel. Celestus. Like, this really doesn't help us too much. Okay, look at this smarty play. Yeah, we do it like this. We go into daytime. It's really good. First of all, enemy might not play anything, so we double cycle. And if not, we just cycle one of the cards. It's probably Negate or Memory Deluge. Now we got the land. Thank you, game. Now, after we cannot cast it. That would be so much better if we draw an island and that would be the draw. I think it's Memory Deluge. It's too slow and we can just use flashback and it's like good enough. Man, the fact that this game is going after us answering so much stuff. Like, look at this guy, he's just going every single turn, top deck, top deck, top deck. Like, he cannot get Initiate, he cannot get Kumano, Royal Eruption, Play with Fire, all those crappy cards, he's just getting... or lands, like, he has lands in the deck. I hope you enjoyed the rant, because I definitely do. Man, Cosmos Elixir is the only reason we can play so slowly. You would be so dead if not for the Elixir. And we are still at... okay, now we are at 6 in total. That's a bit scary. We need to hit stuff with Invoke finally. Okay, that's actually a really good one. We have 4 black mana. Yeah, and we can use Celestus. So we basically clear both. And thanks to Meathook and Elixir we get back in life, so the den is not as threatening as it usually is. But you can see how those tokens are annoying. Like, they actually make a big difference. We cannot go into nighttime, so that's a bit unfortunate. We might cycle the other land, so let's go for black. And we are back at 8. Of course it's Raiju from the top or Cavalier. Oh my god, he actually whiffed. Guys, the miracle has happened, the Boros has whiffed his top deck. I cannot believe what I'm seeing, and that was the game. Right now it's too late. Like, we can activate the Hero Downfall, have Negate up, and start cycling our crappy lands. Do we need a lot of mana? For... I actually don't want this one, because I want to be able to negate something. Jin-Gitaxias, do your freaking thing. We are at 7. Let's actually not butcher this one, because I'm pretty sure we are in winning position. If he top decks Raiju, he can play only Raiju, and then cannot activate the den. Then we block the Raiju. Cavalier is his next best draw. And what about Royal? So he attacks with this and this, we get to 3, but we have Elixir. Thanks to Elixir we can cast it. 7 life, baby. Elixir, the buster of Boros. And is this the scoop? Oh yeah, and if they have Royal, oh my god. Oh, it makes me so happy. Have you learned to not play Boros anymore? Bruh, just get a normal deck and have fun with Magic. That's also an option. Alright, round over, we won, we showed the Boros who's the boss, and they are as salty as I am. Man, I'm salty even after winning this game. I have feelings toward Boros, and I'm pretty sure they are widely shared among Control players. But Jin-Gitaxias is very good close-up. And yeah, Cosmos Elixir definitely was good, but if we played it on curve, on this one turn that we decided to keep up the march, we would lose the game. Playing march was the winning play, and then you can, you know, stabilize with the Cosmos Elixir, not the other way around. Alright, so this one will be definitely a hard one. Like, we have Bloodchief first, that's a really good start. We have very good sweepers, but we don't really have a mid-game. I hope we will draw it. Like, hopefully Bloodchief first can slow the enemy enough. Let's go with black. We definitely need double black from those. So we can activate Meathook and Shadow Verdict. We are not guaranteed to draw another swamp anytime soon. I kinda hate this land. It looks so bad. Yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Like, we already shown that we are Dimir. So we will do stuff. I put the stop. Alright. Okay, that completely blew my strategy. I wanted to fake that I have Negate or some stuff like this. Yeah, I'm tryharding this one. So this way he needs to think a bit more. Yeah, if we don't counter Fable with 0 mana, it means that we don't have sweeper counter spells. Okay, it didn't work out, but it could. It definitely could. Alright, so the play for today is please kill the shaman because it's a broken token. Broken token, it rhymes, so it's completely true. Right, Dragon? I like that he actually does something. I would love him to have more animations. What I really dislike about the Wizard design is that they always recycle nearly everything. Like the previous dragon that you have seen with the armor is basically the same dragon as it is. It just has different model used for the same animation and same pet basically. And they charge for that one separately. And luckily, enemy knows that we don't have Jwari, and he knows that this was a top deck, because there's no way we would let Fable into the game if we could prevent it. Alright. There is some potential here. We definitely go for black. Next turn it's Meathook Massacre. So, we have two choices. We can either go Iteration, which helps him a bit, or Cosmos Elixir that you guys want. And let's get back into 18. Like, okay, I have to admit, Cosmos Elixir really helps because enemy just needs so much pressure to keep us under like any kind of threat. Like right now we don't get hit by anything basically, which is pretty insane. This seems very fishy, but he shouldn't play many counter spells, right? It might be March. I think it might be March. Can we take one turn off? Like, it will be a lot of damage. If he wants, this is 5, 6, and he can even copy it if he has the land. So that would be actually 6, 8, 10 damage. That's a lot. I just convinced... But no, we have Field of Ruin, he cannot do it. Okay. I convinced myself into another play. Hopefully you guys too. I want to cast Memory Deluge because we have very strict options, and I want to discourage him from leaving the mana up because then nothing happens and he doesn't get ahead in the board. Right now he probably should activate the Den to force my Field of Ruin. Sure. That's a 0 damage. I do enjoy my 0 damage turns. He really leaves up the mana. Okay. Well, this is definitely the stuff. Okay. I have the weird thoughts about this hand, like... Huh. That's weird. It feels like he has a counter spell, doesn't it? Like, counter spell is such a blowout. Or even not counter spell, like he probably has March or some phasing stuff. And when we tap out, we get hit by the Den, which is not the worst, I guess. I'm stuck on those lands, that hurts. Alright. I have a plan. No, I do not, because I don't have enough black. Okay, let's do it. I'm not happy about this play. I think it gets marched or countered. But maybe then the Shadow Verdict at least will go through. Oh, okay. I got it. I realized what's going on. Okay, that's smart. I learned something today. I never seen in my life this combo, and right now when I look at it, it was pretty darn obvious, I guess. But okay, I get the intention. But maybe then it means that he doesn't have counter spells and like this is his combo. I like it, I really like it. It's pretty cool. It's also pretty cheap because you can decide how many times you will phase out. However, it's pretty mana intensive. He really cannot really do much outside of it. So I'm pretty sure we are still ahead after this play. Okay. That's painful, because Shadow Verdict doesn't kill it. He used the copying right now. Okay, so he goes for like crazy maximum damage. That's fine. It's daytime, so they aren't as scary as they could be. I kinda hate this card for some reason. From the art up until like the effect, it just feels like meh. Meh. For some reason. Alright. Okay, land is so amazing. We go for back because we need to cast Invoke Despair at some point. Huh. It's probably this, right? We get killed then. We are back to 10. Then he activates the den. And what happens then? We get hit by 7, 8. And this deals 9. So we are at 1 HP. You know, it means we aren't dead. Okay, I messed. If I had Meathook Massacre, I would win this game. So if we lose, that's entirely on my bad driving of the deck, and we even got baited in the Kiki-Jiki thingy. Okay, sure. Like, we could kill it, but it's not worth it. Kiki-Jiki is the big problem. So I assume he attacks and then leaves mana for the ghost thingy. Well, if anything makes us win, it's the Cosmos Elixir again. Right, Dragon? Aww, so sweet. Look at those cute little wings. And look at this ugly werewolf thing. At least he has the dog. Alright. If I had another card to exile, I would. But we do not, unfortunately. So we need to take the damage. However, the den is not activated. I think if we don't do anything, he plays this at the end step, and then we can kill his Arsonist. Like, having 2 healing a turn is pretty strong. It gives us so much more time than we normally have. Okay. This will be hard, but we have ways to go around it. We could even do this. No, we don't have enough. If he phases out during his turn, it means he cannot attack. And he doesn't want to double spell as well. And we are still healing every single turn. I think he will be greedy and just play the thing right now. We kinda gave up that we have stuff. Haha, got you. Aww, it would be such a shame if something happened to this creature. Alright, we probably do it like this. He might have Fading Hope. And, okay, he might have Fading Hope. You will hate me for it, and I understand. But I do feel this is the correct play. Because then we can counter his Fading Hope, and if we can kill him, like, we'll probably win anyway, right? We have Inventive Iteration, we have Jin-Gitaxias, like, those are strong cards, and we are back to 13. He can pressure for 4. Now the den is a problem, but it's fine. Like, it doesn't kill us and slows him down so much. We need to keep up with the healing a bit. Alright. So, we can play this. Then we can Field of Ruin. There is a way to exploit this line of play. No, we cannot play Jin-Gitaxias, that's unfortunate. So we can bounce the adversary. It comes back, but much smaller. Or we can just get rid of the token. But it's not great. Field of Ruin is basically a removal. Let's heal up. Cosmos Elixir just making us hang in this game. Despite my mistakes, like the blunder with the Shadow Verdict and Meathook was just so freaking huge. If not this, the game would be completely over by now. Alright. And we don't want to go into combat phase, I'm just making stops in case. Fable. Okay. let's start. We definitely need to get rid of this one. Nice. It's done. And now we go for make disappear without casualty. So basically a quench or quench, whatever, I don't know. The fact that I have played with this card for like few months doesn't mean I know its name. Alright, and now we go for Shadow Verdict and we win the game, right? No. That's not how it works. Because we won't have enough mana. Oh man, we actually won't have enough mana. We can bluff. We are tryharding this so much. Of course, we could Field of Ruin, but then it means that he activates the other one. Because, like, we need to block him on the mana level and not the amount of Den of the Bugbears level. So, for this reason, we do this. And we put the stocks, because otherwise enemy sees that we have no 2 mana plays, and then it means that he wins the game. We cannot let him to know this. And if he suspects Infernal Grasp, if we cast it after he activates the Den, it means that he loses the game probably. So this is what has to be done. We are in such a big trouble after my misplays. Oh man. And he went for it. Now he will attack. You know, we are playing to our outs, and our only out is enemy not attacking. Alright. He outplayed us. He definitely outplayed us. Good game. A lot of emotes. Let's get rid of all the stops and let enemy enjoy his victory. He deserved it. Oh man, we definitely could win this. I just messed up so much. Alright. Opponent goes first, because we are the control player, so we need to be slower than the enemy, by default. What about this dragon? Is he cool? Is he fun? Like, the brief is pretty cool. He actually has the animation. One animation, it seems. And we will play with our dragon until enemy plays his aggro cards. Because that's always the case. Let's start with this one. We don't have 1 mana play, so why bother? And let's continue playing our dragon, because that's the main gameplay against aggro. So, you know, you never know what happens here. You know what happens here. So this one is predictable, but the oh, anime, oh, so sweet. Alright, we can actually start playing the game. What is the board state? The board state is that we are in trouble. We do not do anything right now, because that's a very heavy Cavalier lure, and even if he fears Jwari, the upside is so huge that he might still do it. And he didn't. Nice. Nice. That's a perfect Meathook target, unfortunately, but we don't want Initiate to trade. That's fine. It sucks that we lose 2 life, but still, we need to go through this stuff somehow. And enemy stepped out, that was his full turn. Meathook is actually pretty tempting, because it will help us for the rest of the game. But I think we still need to play a bit more carefully. Like, being on 8 is not the worst. Like, we can get back from there. Man, Boros. Why are you still playing this deck? You are already Mythic. Like, let's get over with this one. And that will be a problem, definitely. And enemy sees our hesitation, so by now he probably knows we have a counter spell. Alright. Alright. So I think now we play like this. We go this one because it's the expensive one. And we don't have any way to use this 1 mana that we will have left over. And next turn we can Infernal Grasp and Jwari. That's completely fine. If that was his counterplay, we are pretty happy about it. This is a problem though. So probably we keep up Jwari for Raiju, and the Infernal Grasp or whatever will go through. Or we just Meathook. He just made Meathook very interesting. Huh. It might be Jwari as well, because we have the land drop for this turn, but not for the future one, and we will have another Meathook. That's really important. Probably Jwari should be a land then. Yeah, and we can Meathook for 1, precisely. I'm really scared. What is the worst? Probably Cavalier, 4-4 in the face. Then we kill it with Grasp and we are hanging in the game. I think we still have to risk it. It might be just a land or like burn spell, like into the Royal. Maybe Adversary. So you know. And we definitely need lands and we need double blue for the Memory Deluge in case he whiffs, but of course he won't. What the freaking hell is this thing? I remember this card, but nobody plays it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature with mana value X, and X is amount of damage. So he can take 4 drop from his grave. Oh, he's touching, he wants it. He's so sweet. Takenuma, do we want it? Like, we have enough colored mana. So why the hell not, right? He might do the Field of Ruin shenanigans, but we are ready for it. That will be a pain, still. But we have to go for it. I did not decide yet. He has Valorous Stance, so maybe we just kill it. Like, obviously we will have to kill it. Bro, come on. We need to do it right now. Because if he draws Valorous Stance, we lose the game. So maybe let's not do it. Actually, maybe we do not. Like, he takes a 1-drop, which will heal us, basically, and then we get hit for 6. But definitely not the realm where we want to be. Kumano is irritating as hell. As hell. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't you draw something with haste when you are against a sweeper? Huh? Well, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Do we do something about it? Not really. That's a 5 damage. We get healed a bit, but we need him to stop top decking because it's annoying. And you know how I hate top decks from my opponent, while I do not have top decks myself. We get rid of the Field of Ruin. It's the only land that actually does something. And for the mana, he can, you know, mix and match whatever he wants. He will have enough mana. However, we want a lot of our mana that are colored, so we actually use the thingy. So we go for 3, we heal back a bit, which we really need, and we pray to Gods of Magic that the enemy doesn't freaking draw another haste creature like Raiju or Cavalier, especially. And we play lands because we have so much cardo. Please, can you whiff? Whiff for me once, baby. Just do this one time. I feel like I was a... Yes, that's a whiff. That's actually a whiff. And let's go with the Cosmos Elixir. This has to carry us through the game. We are not out of the woods yet. This top deck is still important, but there's not a lot that will kill us. Like Raiju won't kill us and Cavalier won't. This means we have Memory Deluge, we have another heal from the Elixir, and we can start drawing cards. And that's how he ends his career.